Hello?
Uh, Hello, can you see and hear us?
What's up?
I will need your mobile because now I cannot see. You need to enter the chat.
I will enter the dragon.
Can you see us and hear
I
us?
will enter the chat. I will enter the chat. I will enter the dragon. Right. Because right now what I need is ads. Two people.
You might as well mute it.
Stop
Mm-mm-mm.
patronizing.
Oh, hi. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Konbanwa. Good evening.
Hello, hello,
Hope you are well
hello.
too. Today. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Mute it.
Oh God.
Eh, I
It's
told you.
really
I
strange.
told you three
Let it.
times.
Let it. Child.
So what happened today is that I screwed up, and I was in charge of setting up the live stream,
You want to know technology.
and I set it up from my mobile. So I guess it didn't work from computer. So we had to go live from my mobile in order to not reset
Mommy and
the link.
technology.
So there you go. Today we look kind of like
Choose a movie. The controller.
yeah, I'm not very tech savvy. I'm not absolutely terrible, but I'm not the best. I'm far from the
The
best.
controller. Thank you
I'm
for
eating
showing
some
me.
cheap, spicy, frozen chicken. Not
Maybe.
bad.
Don't show me your ass.
Yep, I can hear you loud enough. Okay, at least we're live.
Okay.
So whenever I'm in charge of technology, things go haywire. Today is one of those days.
My child.
Hello. Hey, Thomas.
Thomas likes
Thomas,
dogs.
Season of Ghost bassist.
You like dogs. I will hunt you down.
Oh, congratulations on your voice actor news. Thank you very much. This is what I would mention. One of the things I would mention, just in case you haven't been watching our social media or. Okay.
I will take the opportunity to disappear.
Or reading the newsletter. I just sent a newsletter today for those not too keen on social media, and I don't blame you if you're not.
I will take the opportunity to disappear.
Mark says, big news for me. I adopted a mackerel pattern tabby cat called Sky, 6 years old and very vocal. Oh my God.
What a long name.
That was not a name. Her name is Sky. Congratulations, Mark, and you did really well for adopting an older cat.
I was joking, mate.
Cats are love. Yeah, animals are amazing. All animals, actually. I was saying to my mom today that I want one of each.
Bobby!
I will create
So, I'm coming, eating popcorn, just watching you
a
guys.
cottage.
I'm eating popcorn watching you.
In fact, I'm defending my glass of water from all this hair.
Okay.
But I don't think I will be successful for too long.
Okay. Watching popcorn watching you.
Hello, Paul Dirt Brown.
What's up? So,
Paul is with us too.
my kid.
So for now, guys, you're seeing a big giant white bum here. Like I said, apologies for
That's the bum.
today's live stream quality. Whenever I'm in charge of technology, probably things go haywire. And I set up a mobile live stream, and we couldn't change it. I set it up from my mobile, and
yeah, she messed up.
We couldn't change it back to normal camera. So I guess mobile quality for today. And thank you for helping.
Yeah, hug. Yeah, hug. Oh.
あ、ニュースレターも届きました。 声優のお仕事もおめでとうございます。
Boy.
ありがとうございます。
Oi. Boy.
初の声優です。
Boy.
なんか今までなんかオーディオブックとかオーディオドラマとかしてたけど、まだアニメの声優はね、
Boy.
なかった。
Let the
Ciao.
boy. Let the boy come.
Robin is here too. Hi guys, today we have many guests.
Let the boy.
So we had Lady, we had Vanilla, and we have Robin.
Don't disrupt.
Hi Robin.
The boy needs to come to the boy.
Most animals always care for you no matter how down
Boy.
and out you get. Now,
Boy.
if
Boy.
only most humans were this compassionate,
Don't stop.
where if we could get our heads out of our asses, maybe we would be.
Boy, don't stop. No. Boy.
Hi Paul and the Aperol.
Boy. Boy.
He's actually a very handsome boy, but I'm biased. Oh, sorry for misgendering your cat, Mark.
Oh, boy. No. What?
Your cats are the prettiest.
Oh, boy. No.
What are you doing?
Boy, no.
You're having an emotional, mental breakdown.
He refuses.
Well, the way you're holding him, what are you expecting?
Boy, no, boy.
So how have you guys been? I'm literally trying to
boy.
to get into some sort of
No.
decent flow, and it's impossible.
No. Oh no.
Sophia is now cancelled for misgendering and many other crimes against humanity.
You shouldn't do that. The boy.
Sourpuss face Sam. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, boy. Should we show the balls? Let's show
Nobody wants to see cat balls. They want to. Seriously?
balls.
Seriously?
Balls. Don't be a cunt. Let's show balls. They're all shaved. We shave. In this house we shave. We don't keep hair in this house. Let's show. See? We're very well
I guess I'm
groomed.
just gonna drink my water.
See? We're very well trimmed.
Full of-
Everything is perfectly
Full of cat
clear
hair.
around the PP. Don't be ashamed.
Let him go.
No.
Yeah, let him go.
No.
Can you bring your guitar instead?
No.
To be more on brand here. Let the cat be a cat.
Boy.
So guys, we've been like this. How have you been?
Boy.
It's kind of weird this side of the planet. We are still trying to do what we have to do for our lives and for the band, but it's not always easy because having 50 mental and emotional meltdowns per day is not exactly productive. But hey,
We're boys.
you're boys. Good for you. No Aperol tonight. At least the focaccia.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been playing Nintendo games on my Nintendo Switch. I got an online subscription and can play tons of original Nintendo games. It's insane. Great. I wish I had time to play games, but I haven't switched on the PlayStation for what?
See
5 months now?
See how your Samsung
4.
enlarges me because I'm on the side, and see how big Boobin looks big.
I don't find that it enlarges you. You need to sit back.
Look, he's
Just
enlarging me, and see how Boobin looks big.
Your seat is slightly in the front. You need to be in the back.
Yeah, it
Just
enlarges
push
me
yourself
never.
back.
Immediately makes me larger anyway because of the white.
Like
Why
my
the-
brother says, whoever is on the side of a Samsung mobile when a photo is being taken, they look like a
Wide.
father-in-law or a mother-in-law, so to speak, like
Even the cat looks
wide
wider.
and
Look,
stretched.
look at Boobin. Looks wider.
Hello, infinite constellations.
Even Boobin looks bigger. Looks wide. Just put
You are too close. You need to go a bit back. See?
more behind than this. I can't.
Yes, you can.
I couldn't.
Yes, you can. See, you have space. Yeah, I did screw up the setup for today. Again, sorry guys.
Yeah, make me fatter than I am.
So it's been kind of weird, and like 90% of what's been happening is like boring and mundane life
For you.
updates. However, we are trying to catch up and be musicians and be more active lately. So we are feverishly preparing our next release, which we're hoping to announce in the next few
Couple of
days. That's
yeah.
going to be the second single. For those of you who haven't been here for a while, on the 5th of August, we released a new single after that was our first new music after what, 4 years? And the song is called The Great Unknown. We do have a lyric video out. If you're watching this on YouTube, first of all, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, then go watch the lyric video, or go to your favorite digital platform and just stream it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very good song, and looking back right now, I think that the timing was excellent too.
Yeah. Because everything is unknown.
And
we could die anytime. As far as I'm concerned, we could pop.
True. It's yeah, and the song was partly inspired by the state of the world, as it is right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking back, I think the timing was divine, so to speak.
Just the power of grace.
This is why I always go not with logic, but what feels right in the moment. And that's not like being super emotional about things, but using sort of like intuition where it's tasteful and applicable.
Yeah.
And I believe that as far as releases are concerned, everything comes in with the right time.
Yeah.
And everything gets released exactly when it's supposed to be released. Maybe at the time it doesn't make sense, or it feels like, oh, it was too late, or we took too much time and we had too many delays. But eventually, when the thing drops, and then I look back like 6 months or 6 years later, I'm like, oh yeah, the timing was perfect, and the lyrics fit right in, and the song and everything. And I know many of you resonate a lot with what I'm saying right now, because I receive every time so many messages like, I really needed this specific moment. So yeah, I'm really happy to allow my intuition to call the shots in moments like this.
Yeah.
So like I said, we released the first single of our upcoming third album, and we are hoping to release the third album somewhere in the middle of 2023. That should and hopefully be in June, like early June, if like knock on wood, no more delays. And yeah, you're going to have all the details for our second single. Somebody sneezed in the background.
It sounded like he was fucking something though.
Oh, what?
He was destroying something. What kind of sneeze was that?
It was a sneeze.
So suspicious.
Hey, sneezer.
So suspicious. Anyway, go ahead.
So obviously.
But until then.
Until when?
Until.
I didn't finish what I was saying. What I was about to say is that people who are following our newsletter, so they are subscribed to a mailing list, they always get the news earlier. So if you're not subscribed, please do. The link is, there is no fucking description, because I said this fucking live stream from mobile and I did not put any description. Congratulations. Anyway, I'm gonna edit the description after this live stream ends. So if you're watching this on replay, the link is in the description below.
No, the conversion is gone.
Yeah, anyway.
You had one chance.
I had one chance. I had one job actually. So, yeah, the mailing list. Because as you know, social media sucks. And I'm honestly...
Well, you can still put it somewhere in the link.
I'm honestly desperate with, you know, the response and the likes and the comments and stuff. It's like our posts are literally invisible, and it's like it's not like I'm
Hey,
doing much worse than in the past
yeah.
in terms of activity or quality of content and stuff like that, or at least I think so. I might be wrong, but the results are absolutely disgusting. I'm like, is it even worth posting on social media anymore? And I say that as a person who's been doing this shitty job for over 15 years, and I'm like, I'm sick of it. Like, until here, I could like completely just live on newsletters from the companies that and the artists that I care about, and that's it. And use my mobile phone just for phone calls and SMS and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know about you, but I'm like until here with social media. And like I mentioned in a previous live stream, probably, I tried to start a TikTok profile, and I'm not too excited about it. I'm not spending time on the platform because I hate most of the content that is posted on it, and the mentality behind it, and the shortened attention span that follows it. Um, but I'm still starting that profile, and I'm just posting, whatever. Um, I'm not taking it seriously for now.
Mhm.
Let's see what you guys are saying. I've also been watching lots of anime, staying up late. What are you watching lately? You're watching something, aren't you?
I almost finished it. Castlevania,
Mm. How long is it?
4 seasons.
4 seasons you watched? How many episodes each?
Don't remember. It's about
My God.
12.
If he could, he would rot in front of the TV for, I don't know, 15 hours a day.
Why do you need to judge me? After work, I have a corporate job. I need
You don't need to
to
justify
relax.
anything. I'm just saying you're the kind of person who watches too much TV.
I don't watch too much TV. I I have one way to release. Wish to not go through what I'm going through right now.
Right. You came to put more hair in my fucking water. I have no water, guys. There is only hair. There is only hair and complaints. Right. Let's just be a wet blanket and
There
just
is no wet
create a blanket
blankets.
of misery
There is not
in the
just.
entire conversation, right? Because, like, now do we have to compare who has the most problems?
It's not about problems, Sophia. Just leave it.
Since I met you, you've been watching too much TV. I mean, like, you had the
Fuck.
capability to
Fuck
watch.
it, Sophia. We started living together. We didn't have a TV in the house. What are you talking about? Just drop the topic.
Yeah, after we bought it.
After we bought it, I was still working until 11 o'clock.
Well, it's impossible to have a civilized conversation about this thing. But anyway, he's watched. When did you start it? 3 days ago. Castlevania, 4 days ago.
Yes.
So you watched one season per day. Is it good?
It's decent.
Decent. He's constipated about it. He's snotty about it.
Yes, I'm not convinced. What I
I see.
appreciate is that it's more westernized rather than Asianized.
I see.
Because I don't like anime.
So the picture of your anime character, I suppose that's one way to boost the number of viewers. Well, Mark, first of all, for those of you that
That's a good question.
what?
That's a good point.
Yeah, obviously. Um, so for those of you who are not aware, we announced like a couple of days ago that I will be participating as a voice actor slash singer in a Western animation called Constancy Row. They write Roa, but they pronounce it Row. It's an American company called Infinity Arc, and they are currently funding their first 1 hour episode, which is called Original Video Animation, or OVA, OVA. And they have The campaign is on Indiegogo, and I think I saw that the minimum pledge is kind of like $2 or £1.5, 140, something like that. So by helping them fund the project, it's basically it's going to happen because it doesn't get if it doesn't get funded. I'm not sure whether the guys are going to go through with it. Although I see them very professional and organized and with plan B's and C's and everything.
Yeah.
So I believe that they are willing to, to fund it regardless of what happens to the campaign. But of course, it would mean a lot to everybody involved, including us, that we're going to work on this. That the campaign reaches
Well, now
its
you are
its
being
goal,
involved.
that the campaign reaches its goal, so everybody gets paid. Um, and that includes us. So I'm going to be involved voicing a character called Freya, and who is also a singer. From what I saw a bit about her background, she used to be sort of like an opera singer. I'm not an opera singer, but it's okay. And then Season of Ghosts as a band is going to be in charge of composing the ending theme, which is amazing. What do you mean I'm getting involved a lot?
Oh, well, you haven't mentioned until now.
I mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah. So the band is in charge of composing the final theme,
Yay.
which is kind of big. I don't think we've had anything bigger happen to us before.
Yeah.
And also we're going to be doing he's going to be doing, because I don't know shit about that, the special effect, the sounds, like the booms, crackle sounds and stuff like that. That's what I assume is when they mention special effects on animation.
Yeah.
And yeah, and maybe something extra, but for now this is what has been confirmed. My character Freya is going to be in a handful of episodes, as long as the project goes through, and goes ahead, because the guys have a big plan, to make it several episodes, maybe do something maybe in another language. It really depends on how it turns out with the funding, and also, and most importantly, if people like it. From what I see from the trailers, lots of love and tons of hours have gone into that production. So I'm hoping that there will be also a solid plot to back this up. And coming to what Mark said, I suppose that's one way to boost the number of viewers. All of the characters look like that. And I heard that there will be some adult content too, just a tiny bit. And if you go to, I will post in the chat
Adult
box.
content? What do you mean?
I will post nothing because this is Sam's mobile.
What are you talking about? Yo-yo stuff?
What did you say?
Yo-yo stuff?
What yo-yo?
Yo-yo is
What is a
it's
yo-yo?
the toy.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh my god, you don't understand jargon stuff.
No, I don't. I'm trying to see. I lost my
Train of thoughts.
train of thought. Okay, about the characters. So, if you see the campaign on Indiegogo, and by the way, it's in you can find the link in all our links in bio, so to speak. It's on our link tree, and I will add it in the description below too, when this live stream is over. If you see, it says that out of the roughly 60 minutes of the first episode / OVA, like 5 minutes is going to be the adult content, whatever that means. I don't know too much about it. All I know is that I was up for the role of Ro, like the main character. But eventually I got this one that was more fitting for me, eventually looking back, because I refuse to do any adult content, even if it's not me physically being there. I didn't want to do anything that I'm not confident with. However, I said if I don't do any funny voices, I don't care how skimpy, whatever costumes are. This is your art, guys. It's you call the shots. I'm just the voice here, and that's about it. So this is how it went down. And yeah, definitely all the characters, they look kind of like 90s and 80s, if you guys are familiar with the Japanese animation of that time. Female characters, they tend to be very undressed. So this is the case also for Constancy Rowe. And I saw some art posted of my character, and I'm like, very much up my alley in terms of fashion. I'm like as dressed as it can be in terms of a female performer. I'm like super dressed. Like beyond that, you go to certain religions of peace. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope it does boost the number of viewers. For me, although I'm not a fan of skimpy outfits, it kind of gives me that kind of nostalgic vibe. That's why I jumped on this project. It gave me this nostalgia, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. So yeah, definitely check it out.
Alexa,
Thanks.
volume 0.
I finished Cyberpunk Edge Runners and now watching the Magica Madoka series. Oh, I know both of them. And I know the second one is very cute. And I would like to watch it. The melody is infectious. I guess you refer to The Great Unknown. Yeah, thank you very much. I really love that song.
I guess we're just gonna go a bit more dark with the new songs.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna fuck things up a bit.
Okay, let's fuck things up a bit. And yeah, our world is going to hell. Unfortunately, it's like good people are being weeded out. It's a mess. Yes, exactly. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. If it gets better.
I think
I don't
with
think
this,
it's gonna get
we're
better.
on theme with a war that happened. The next song is gonna be not speaking about war, but it's a bit more dark, a bit more.
Eh?
Speaking about the next song,
Oh, speaking about the next song, yeah, it's close to the one we just released. It's different, but it's close in terms of atmosphere.
being on theme with what happened.
It's on theme, I think.
Dark.
And if I had to refer back to our previous discography, I would say that it's in the vein of, like, theme wise, it's in the vein of Beautiful Eternal Things. Um, and if you've never heard about that song before, go and listen to it. It's from our first album called The Human Paradox. And while it's sort of like a ballad,
It's not.
it's a semi ballad. The theme is kind of gloomy and very much in line with both The Great Unknown and the new song.
It's not. It's only this song.
What?
This song, it's
As a theme, lyrics, meaning, feelings, ambience. So
the song is violent.
Yeah, the algorithm is trash. I'm barely getting likes on my Instagram. Yeah, it's like, you know,
Well,
smaller creators feel
you can
like
pay.
Is it even worth doing, like, literally putting any efforts anymore? So I'm like,
You can pay for
prioritizing real life things at the moment, and I'm barely complying with social media content. And this is not because we do not appreciate our audience. We absolutely do. However, when I have to choose between getting 1 hour off for my health, which obviously I'm not relaxing, I'm doing, a whole protocol of healing methods and whatnot, and creating a super duper video for Instagram, I'm gonna opt for the first and create a simpler video for Instagram, and just, feel better as a person.
Yeah.
overall, in order to be able to actually do what you guys are here for, to
Yeah.
create more music and more and more content down the line. Yeah, more art for you eventually, because if if we're not very well,
Do what
doesn't
you
matter.
can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so
do what
honestly, I'm
you
doing what I can with
can.
what I have, and I'm not sweating too much about you know running the extra mile to create the super sparkly content for social media. I know I should, but I cannot. I literally I have not reached my limit. I surpassed my limits a decade ago, but recently I surpassed it even more and more. It's not going well. So I said I'm gonna be a bit more simple and down to earth. And if the algorithm decides
I keep having the same
to be
opinion
nicer again,
and the same opinion. You can tell me whatever you want about the music industry. In music industry, people keep wailing blah 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 blah. I don't give a shit.
they are not wrong. However, they are not taking one thing. You know what he's referring to? He's referring to music industry professionals who are giving advice, on YouTube and so on, to
And
musicians.
rely on social media only.
No, they don't rely on social media only. However, they are missing one basic part of the equation. And you are, I mean, like, I need to give people a bit more context, so allow me to explain. So as musicians,
And they overexhaust on that bit. They overexhaust. And
you haven't watched anything. I'm the one who watches.
Sophia, you don't
You
know
are the
what
one
I
who
read.
complains.
You don't know what I read because I'm a marketer as well.
Yeah, you don't read music industry though.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I read, for myself, and I just get pissed with what I read.
Okay. In my opinion, the criticism I would have, because I do not doubt the authority of all of these people, but as a marketer myself and as a person and musician myself, what I have to say is that it's all fine and dandy. You can do all those 50 billion things on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on blah, 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 blah. There is just one tiny detail none of them is taking into account, and that is we're not depending on music to survive.
Exactly.
It's not making us money to pay us, several tens of thousands of wages in order to sustain ourselves.
Exactly.
And very, very few musicians actually sustain themselves and have an actual decent level of life. I don't mean living on McDonald's. I mean like having a family home,
Yeah.
having children, or I don't know, having many pets. I don't know, having normal expenses, having a normal house of normal proportions, not living with another 50 people.
Yeah.
So we have a rent of almost £1,300 per month, plus all the other bills. Music cannot sustain that.
Exactly.
So all of those marketers, and music industry marketers, what they are ignoring is that we are not all of us are 20 years old and willing to live with another 50 people and travel dirty tours on dirty vans, sleeping on the side of the road and living on £1 burgers. So we need to have other jobs. And
pretending and pretending that and expecting that in the future, because it's not the 80s anymore, expecting that maybe there will be Metallica. It's not the 80s anymore. You're not gonna be Metallica
yeah,
anymore.
your chances are you're not gonna be.
So you're not gonna build a pension out of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
This is exactly the fucking point I'm talking about. So because you start from starters, already you're not gonna be living from, or if you're gonna be living from this, it's gonna be a normal salary. So you're not gonna be having a pension out of this. So chill. This is what I'm saying. Chill, because you know already that you need to have. It's gonna be your side hustle.
Yeah, as long if yeah, they are speaking and they're giving advice based on the musician having this as a full-time job.
Because for them, it's their main income. and they are parasites living on you. And this is why
Can you?
don't tell me, can you? I'm
Who is the parasite?
When we're talking about sharks, like back then we were speaking about labels trying to live off artists, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Now there are these industry professionals, they are these fucking gurus that they are telling you how to make strategy on Spotify's, okay? And they are very humble. My new package is just $200. Oops! 2 years after, they are 10K packages if you want to work with me. Don't tell me shit, Sophia, because they are exactly like that.
Okay, so what? People don't have the right to evolve and upscale their business and charge you more if they have more
However,
value?
do whatever you want. However, if I am saying that they are pieces of crap, they are, because I'm saying, well, to the artist, just chill. Don't be extremely stressed, because all this pressure that they are saying you shall be doing this and this all this content.
Excuse me. Is anybody coming out of your screen, like literally grabbing you from the neck and telling you, unless you do this, I'm gonna kill you and everything you ever loved? No.
No,
They're
but
just telling you this is the winning strategy. Apart from that,
who says who? That is exactly my point. There is no standard in the world that says, oh, well, if you don't do this, you're going to be failing for sure. Sophia, there is no really stress.
what do you mean by standard? Who needs to create that standard to be valid for you? Does it need to be official by the government? I mean, we're speaking about the music industry here. There's doesn't need like what do you mean standard? These people, they
See,
are
Papa.
they are working with thousands of artists, so they have seen like the averages, the ins and outs. My only criticism, like I mean, I agree with them on everything. My only criticism is that usually the advice that they give, they do not take into account that career musicians, okay, like us, um they usually this is a side hustle for us, and it's not our main thing, especially if we're not willing to put up with a miserable life for a chance at being someone at someday. It's like, no, no, I mean,
Dude, there
and
is a
blood
different
and I
way.
have to say, and Bloodstained Child used to be very harsh on me for that. They were like, what do you mean you don't want to sleep on the floor? What do you mean you don't want to sleep in the van on a plank of wood, because that was not a seat, it was a DIY made plank of wood that pretended to be a seat, with another 5 men, like literally like this, and I had to sleep like this, and I'm like, dude, I'm incapable of sleeping. And people, they were just sleeping on the floor of the live house, and they were like, we had to bathe at public showers.
That's standard for even for you, even
Well,
big bands are
I'm
in
incapable.
that condition.
Sure, maybe for men, I'm incapable of sleeping unless I'm flat somewhere, and that somewhere needs to be a private space. Okay,
Wait, one moment,
I'm not
see.
asking for much. I'm not asking for a hotel, just an enclosed space with a bed. So basically, what I was doing is that everybody was sleeping on the floor or in the bus, and I paid for one single tour. I paid 2,500 euros of my pocket, which I never got back, of course. Um, but to stay in internet cafes and stuff. So anyway, I don't want to stray too much from this. That's, and I don't even know why we started this topic at all. So anyway, just going back to the animation, I'm very happy that this thing happened. It was completely random. I have no idea how this came to be, but yes, it's very exciting, and I know that some of the other actors have worked on Netflix for Netflix animation dubs and stuff like that, and Funimation, which is, I think, the biggest importer and translator and publisher of animation in the US. Yes, they are translating and dubbing Japanese animation for consumption in the US. So we are speaking about high level voice actors, which means I need to probably take a course. Big tech is becoming more controlling and ruining all social media and internet. I have plenty of things to say about that, but I'm
we
not.
were speaking about the Instagram account. That's
Oh.
how we went there.
And about simplifying your life on social media. I have plenty of things to say about big tech, but they're gonna take us down, so I'm not talking.
Yeah. How to simplify your life in social
Most
media.
people have the attention span of
Perfect.
Nat's penis. Who's Nat? The idiocracy of TikTokers is immeasurable.
TikTok, it's completely stupid.
Just like Infinite Constellations, I recall he said in the past that TikTok is a cancer.
You know?
I agree.
I know a wise guy that wanted to ban TikTok.
Let's not talk about that. But it was a decision that probably was for the best in the best interest of.
I mean, you know, I read an article. I
will go and fetch myself some water without cut hair.
There is a high percentage of humans using TikTok as a search engine, and I was fucking shocked. So like,
and
Instagram, and I was, I feel a bit uncomfortable with this article. I don't feel very comfortable reading this. What is going on?
Vanilla is sitting like a dragon.
I see.
On there.
I thought you were laughing about what I'm just saying.
No, I want to cry about what you're just saying because it's tragic.
Yeah. So this is why I said about the banning thing.
My AMVs would get more views if big tech and people weren't so dumbed down. I feel you. Okay. Sorry, I'm just catching up with what you guys are saying. Amir. It's the most beautiful song by you guys for sure. You mean The Great Unknown? Thank you.
I know.
Oh, you mean the Beautiful Eternal Things. Cyberpunk, The Lolly Must Stay. Trigger Studio Animator. The Human Paradox. Vinyl release when? Thomas, that is a very good question. And
Thomas, I'm not talking to you. Go away.
Can you stop terrorizing the kid?
Go away.
He's a very good boy. I approve.
I don't.
And you should go away.
I don't.
You should go away, not Thomas.
I'm gonna send you a toy with a grave. It's very nice.
Speaking about vinyls, we were thinking of issuing both albums in vinyl at some point if we find how to do it, because I've never done it before and it requires quite the research.
It doesn't.
Compare it.
I sent you recently.
What do you mean it doesn't?
I found the right place.
He found the right place. So what Sam says, we do.
I do.
No research, no questions asked.
No.
No market research, nothing.
I say you follow.
How about you do it yourself then, if you're so convinced that you can succeed?
Yeah.
I assign you the task.
Yeah.
Get it off my back, thanks. I have too many things to do.
Fine.
Alexa, volume 0. Yes, because I forgot to, usually I unplug it.
It is Alex. She has a complex with women, so she needs to hear a man talking.
I was using the female voice until now. The man voice is a new thing, so I said, why not change a bit? So yeah, usually I just unplugged the Alexa completely, and now it was too loud anyway.
Right.
Sorry about that.
You don't hate women, right?
I hate women. Why? In general, just let's just get one thing out of the way. I'm not a very big fan of humans in general. So men, women,
Boy.
anything in between and beyond, it's not, I have nothing personal with anybody. It's just the human race that I have issues with.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, I'm studying to be a therapist and I'll be working with humans. Hopefully I can help people, people who are suffering from other people.
Tata, you will be helping people.
Speaking of which, guys, again, a bit unrelated news.
He's leaving.
Unrelated news. I just think I graduated from 2 of my 3 certifications I'm doing at the same time. My paper hasn't come yet, so hopefully they will not reject me. Technically, I graduated.
She did.
So, if it means anything to you, probably doesn't, because it's completely
No, she's been
mental
good.
health gibberish.
She's been very good.
I'm polyvagal informed, and I also have a certificate in traumatic stress studies.
She's very good.
It has to do, all of that has to do with deep developmental trauma and complex PTSD and PTSD.
Very, very good.
So,
Excellent.
yeah, and I'm hoping to launch my practice in the next few days. That's again unrelated to this stream.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm just putting it out there because it's a personal achievement and yay!
Bravo.
Thank you! Thank you! I'm pretty sure if Lady could clap, she would clap. Or maybe she would crap.
Well, for now she's fasting. No, she got embarrassed.
Don't embarrass my kid.
She
She's a very clean cat.
she-
And she behaves properly, unlike you.
For now, the dirt is that's come back there. She's a dirty glad.
Do you guys feel that Metallica would struggle to get famous today? Absolutely!
Yeah.
Are you fucking
What are they
joking?
doing?
Are you fucking
Their
joking?
songs are shit nowadays.
Are you what?
Nobody would listen to those riffs nowadays. I love them,
No.
but nowadays nobody
No,
would
no,
listen
no,
to
no,
those
no.
riffs.
He doesn't speak. He doesn't mean it like that, or at least I don't think so. He doesn't mean the genre.
I mean the songs per se,
No, no, no.
those riffs composed like that nowadays.
Leave the music out.
Mm.
I mean, from an artist perspective, like struggling to get attention on them.
Yeah.
Leave the genre out.
Okay.
Let's say that they were playing some sort of contemporary music, you know, and they were struggling to become Metallica in terms of magnitude, fame, blah.
Yeah, it was
I-
struggle.
I don't think so. I really don't think so, because social media is completely saturated
Yeah.
with everything, everyone, and since Facebook gave the ability to everyone to have a platform and to have a voice and to be out there,
Yeah.
this created a lot of solutions, free solutions for everyone, which was a nice democratic thing to do,
Yeah.
and a lot of problems because literally everybody and their dogs and their cats and their pet fish is online with 50 profiles each, me included. I mean, like, if everybody's famous, nobody's famous.
Yeah.
So in order to make a difference today, they would need to know people. Well, if they were in LA,
Guys,
if they were in LA, they would make
it's
it.
a useless topic.
If they were in LA,
It's
they would
a-
make it.
Sophia, it's a useless topic. It's a historical event. What happened back then? They took pieces of punk. They took pieces of metal.
You are missing the point.
I find no point in commenting.
You are
this.
missing the point. That's not what he asked. We're speaking in terms of marketing and of doing everything yourself and setting yourself up. It's not about the genre that you're playing. Let's say that they were contemporary, you know. You're missing the point.
They wouldn't exist. It would be a random band, Sophia, fighting for something random.
Okay, if they were in LA and if they hanged out at
Would
parties,
be-
meeting people,
It would be another of those random fucking bands.
some bands are getting famous and there are people getting famous today.
Hanging in those parties. And again, one of those
And in the UK?
thirty
And in
percent.
other countries?
Yeah, again, another of those bands again having X amount of percent hanging and having connections. They have X amount of percent of succeeding.
Yeah, see, you said the magic word connections. And even if you're doing your social media great, um, unless you live and breathe social media 24/7 and you literally create content non-stop, top notch kind of content, and you go viral at some point, and you ride the wave of every possible trend on whatever TikToks and Instagrams and whatever, and you go viral in that organic way, you need to have connections and a lot of money.
Guys, there is no
So
social media making you famous. You need to work
how
for
many
it.
people have been made famous through social media?
Sophia,
This is why the place is saturated. I mean, aren't you aware of TikTok artists who literally got picked up by a label from TikTok? They were doing shitty dances and stuff. Too many, too many. But unless you literally make this your life and you wake up and create content for how many hours a day and you go viral, you're a bit also lucky and you go viral, then you need to have connections and a lot of money. You need to have plenty of money. And the reason why we are not on those famous tours that you see and you go to is because we cannot afford to pay
it's okay.
thousands and thousands and thousands in order to be put on those tours, because it's not like, oh yeah, hey guys, let us be your support band. No, you
Yeah,
need to pay, you need to pay a shitload of money
yeah, guys.
for Jupiter.
Yeah,
Jupiter was a bion, and they call them bions in the music industry
yeah.
because you
It's not
buy
free
on.
that
It was
tour.
not free. So for Jupiter, it was very cheap comparing, and it was like three, 2.5
Yeah,
thousand for 4 people.
yeah.
So it was the charge is per person per day, and if the organizer is nice and fluffy and cuddly, they will also grant you access to the tour bus, so you will sleep there and you will travel there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if the organizer is not so
Still,
nice,
no
they will
shower,
no
no.
shower, no toilet. If the organizer is not so nice, they will tell you, yeah, pay me that money. Or the other guy, he asked me for 8,000 or 5,000,
Yeah,
and he told me you will have to rent your own van, you will have to have your own hotels
yeah.
and your own food, obviously, and all that. And I'm like, yeah, in order to do this
It's gonna,
10-day tour in Europe, not even
it's gonna
mentioning
cost ten
America,
thousand.
it's gonna cost 10,000 euros. And I'm like, do I have to prostitute myself to make that money?
Yeah.
So
And then after that, you don't know whether you're gonna sell enough, and how much.
you know that you're not gonna sell enough.
You know that you're gonna go red.
If you
So
do
fuck
that
off.
like 15 times,
So
on the 10th time, you're gonna start maybe making that money back.
so this is when we're talking. So recently, there was an artist. I'm not mentioning any name. Okay, artists. Okay, medium,
Oregagnoli? Δεν σε
our
πήρα
size.
γραμμή.
Let's say our size started being a bit more after the pandemic. Started being a bit more, conscious of these kind of expenses, because it's like, hey, you know what? Fuck off, because after the pandemic, we're a bit more conscious about the money we're spending. And there are some artists that they are saying, you know what? Post pandemic, we start touring again. So let's do the tour. And okay, what do we do? Um, we need opening artists. So because how do we do the tour? The big bands, we do the tour by having opening artists, and by having a couple of opening acts, the big band pays the whole tour, so they have no expense, and um, with everything they sell, they make lots of money. But not having any opening artists, because opening in that tour, then They didn't have any opening artists. What did they do? The big artist said, "Well, we need to cancel half of the tour, or don't remember if they canceled the whole tour because of COVID restrictions." You know what? Um, the the excuse of COVID restriction is a bit old because we are a bit too much, in the future where we are talking, it's after summer, we're going towards 2023. So it's a bit too much of an excuse to use right
Yeah, I
now.
saw many bands canceling their European tours or their American tours and mentioning as part of the reason why that we had logistical issues and some support bands gave up. And a fan, from the viewpoint of a fan, they would say, so what if the support is not coming? Yeah, but we have to bleed someone in order for this tour to happen.
So
And who are they bleeding? The support act. This is how it is. This is how it has been. It's not like I don't want to sound like I'm bitching about it. This has always been like that.
no, we're just
Or at least in
clarifying
the
the
in the
point,
recent past, it has been like that. What I'm trying to say is that
clarifying the
it's
point.
unsustainable, especially if you're a side hustler. If you're a professional musician, meaning the type of professional musician that plays in cover bands, for example, this is very doable, and you can live from your music and you can have a very happy life and all that stuff. However, this is not the case for us.
That's not a career path.
No.
However, as I said, if you see that more and more, uh, not super huge bands, obviously, we're not talking about Metallica or Nightwish, but if you see a bit smaller bands, they start canceling tours because they have no opening acts, now you know why. Because, bands of our size, they say, you know what, oh, not opening for you because I'm not going to pay for you for your tour.
Yeah, but if for example they are a band who has been working in a stable country with a good income for various years, they can put aside a part of their wage and they can make it a reality.
Yeah.
However, both of us, we come from broke countries.
Yeah.
And we have been living on
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, but it was like a very miserable condition. So,
Yeah, if I have to pay 5K for a tour, you know what? I'm gonna pay 5K. I'm gonna make my own gigs around Europe. I'm gonna go and play my own. I'm gonna make my own promotion.
yeah, the point is you do not have the same exposure as a big tour.
I know. What can I tell
That's exactly why they are charging you on those buy-ons, because you are piggybacking on their success, their promotion, and their successful track record. I mean, it makes sense. I'm just saying that
but sometimes
the
those
small-
tours they are not very well placed.
of course, but
Yeah.
in theory, this is how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wish we could do like at least one buy-on per year,
I know.
and probably that's our future aspiration. But for the time being, we're still trying to build ourselves up.
Yeah.
And changing industry in terms of job. So my job is not going to be marketing anymore. Like I'm changing after 15, 16 years. I'm just keeping with some freelance stuff on the side, and I'm hoping that my coaching practice is gonna take off. So I need to launch in the next couple of days. Yeah, shit.
You're gonna be launching. You're gonna psychoanalyze me.
You don't like that?
I hate you.
You react.
I'm gonna react. I'm gonna react.
You
on
react, and the only people allowed to
uh,
react are my future patients.
I'm
not
gonna
you.
react on YouTube.
Reacting on today's therapy session. She can fuck off. She's stupid.
She's
Abusive.
She's despiteful.
She's whatever. So the problem with TikTok, I'm reading what you guys are saying, is that it drove people's impunity to the highest level I could imagine. Yes, and the more stupid the content, the more the algorithm pushes it, so people can get even more brain dead. So basically, our society collapses from the inside.
You want?
No, thank you. Lots of narcissistic idiots on TikTok, on social media in general. In fact, from a clinical point of view, from what psychologists and psychotherapists and psychiatrists are saying in the conferences that I attend.
Psychosodomizers.
What? Psychosodomizers?
Yeah.
What kind of person is that?
It comes with dildos and puts them up your ass. But it's aware. It's conscious aware. It's trauma aware. So does it consciously.
It's trauma aware, so it's therapy with dildos.
Yeah. It's conscientious
Guys, you
of
heard
your
it.
trauma.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. It's trauma aware. It's
Using fetish to like art therapy and like drama therapy.
yeah, I just kind of came up with that right now. That's genius.
Must be the expired popcorn. You know, he made this popcorn 2 days ago. Because we watched The Return of the King at the local cinema. The past 3 weeks, we've been watching the reruns of the extended version of the Lord of the Rings in the local cinema, and the Return of the King was like a solid 4 hours, 4:10, something like that, and yeah, it required popcorn, so yeah,
So you got the
we got popcorn, but it's probably mushy and soft.
It's still crunchy.
It's still crunchy. Amazing. What happened? There is no lag anymore. Ah, there is.
It's there.
Okay. People and what I was trying to say before you interrupted me, that the psychosodomizers. So all the psychiatrists that I'm watching on the conferences, they are saying that there is a true like epidemic size of narcissism on social media, and people actually developing like issues and disorders, and like focusing on neo-narcissism, whatever that is. I call it neo-narcissism, but it's a new version of narcissism that came to be because of social media, because it created the kind of people that live for attention. So yeah, it's an actual problem. It's not just, speaking between us and say, oh, too many narcissists. It's a true thing. It's a clinical observation.
Even mine.
So on social media, there are also many wannabe social justice warrior gangsters. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, my friend. And most humans think yes. Microphone licking, sure. Stealing toilets from schools, there you go. On TikTok.
You're stealing toilets, guys.
While licking microphones, this ASMR kind of thing. Guys, I don't know about you. I mean, you have the right to like whatever you want to like, but ASMR, like contrary to other people, it causes me very aggressive tendencies. So if I listen to ASMR or just simply a person eating next to me and they are doing, these sounds, I'm murdering them in my head. It's like, stop. It's like I don't have problems with normal eating sounds, but if you're making too much sound, or somebody, we were watching Dune, the movie, the old one, and it was Kyle MacLachlan, and for most of the film he was kind of like thinking. So to express thinking in the movie, they were making him whisper his lines. So this whispering, it sounded like, and I was like, I'm gonna break the fuckers. So yeah, it triggers me too much. So if you want to piss me off, come and whisper something in my ear. Just, yeah, noses will bleed. That's all I have to do. I need therapy from my family. Everybody needs therapy from their family, my friend.
Family.
Pretending to be a Holocaust victim. What? Do people on TikTok pretend that they're Holocaust victims?
Send the link.
My own brother tried to set me up and embarrass me online. Pretty dirty the way my own family treated me. You guys could probably relate. I'm very sorry.
Send me a link of your brother.
Your brother? I'm really sorry, and it definitely says a lot about your brother,
Yeah,
and actually nothing about you.
yeah.
I'm really sorry.
If you want, I can speak to your
Yay,
brother.
congrats! Ora, thank you, Gamiolis. Φιλάκια to Cleo
Like that.
and to hubby.
Mm.
As a result from that trauma, I have anger issues and PTSD, and rightfully so.
Which trauma?
Um, the brother and the family
Ah,
issues. Yeah, I fully understand,
yeah.
and I do hope you find the appropriate people that will lead you towards the path of healing, because you deserve it and everybody deserves it.
Yeah.
And if when we heal on a personal level, we are helping the next generation heal.
Yeah.
And I will make it a very short parenthesis. I will not bore you with my mental health stuff. So it has
You're
been
not boring
it's
us.
been it's been scientifically proven that whatever trauma we are carrying in our bodies, when a mother, specifically a mother, when they are carrying a baby in their womb, through the umbilical cord, they are, the baby is getting all the cortisol and part of the trauma, and this is part of the reason why intergenerational trauma comes to be. And intergenerational trauma can be witnessed and experienced up to 7 generations. Okay, so you might be here now talking and watching this live stream, and you might be having sensations or triggers that you find weird. Like, for example, I don't like water, but I don't know why I don't like water. Just stupid example. And it might be that 7 generations back, maybe your ancestor drowned in a ship trying to escape from XYZ. Or like Infinite Constellations mentioned before, the Holocaust thing. There is a lot of intergenerational trauma there, and also African slaves or other kinds of slaves, like the Greek slaves, for example. My people, they were slaves to Turkey for 400 years. So as Greeks, that's probably more than 7 generations. but um, um, but we are still carrying the trauma of the slave Greek and the poor Greek and the tortured and tormented and the wretched kind of like poor thing. It's really bad. So by healing yourself, you literally heal the next generation. So if I had one wish to give you today and tomorrow and forever, is to find the person that will help you heal whatever you wish to heal and set you free. Because that's the best gift you're going to give to yourself, to your family, and to the world, and to the future.
Till next time.
Yeah, that sounded like a public service announcement by He-Man. We've been watching too much He-Man.
Not enough.
I need to listen to Season of Ghosts more to calm me down. Great, although I'm not sure whether the next song is gonna calm you down too much. Because it's kind of upbeat.
Till next time.
Congratulations, thank you very much, guys. I technically finished the certifications, but I don't have the paper. Whenever I have it, I will upload it.
Till next time.
I haven't uploaded any of my certifications online.
Till next time.
What time? I'm still catching up.
I need to go, I'm afraid.
GTFO. Then GTFO and bring me Robin.
I'm afraid I need to go.
Bring me Robin.
No.
He will stay here with me.
He will come. On Tuesday.
So most narcissists need to have victims to beat down to make themselves feel superior. Well, this is technically how the narcissist works. I'm happy you guys allow me to use your music. Most bands are Karens about it. Why?
Well, they can fuck off.
They cannot appreciate anime creators. They can screw themselves. Thanks. TikTok has more market share than the big 3 major labels. Exactly. See, Thomas, he knows. It's technically the biggest record label out there. I think according to my research.
What are you doing here?
Yes,
still?
it is. It is.
Go away.
It is.
What are you still doing
Thomas.
here? I'm gonna...
Jokes are funny when you keep them for a few seconds to a couple of minutes. After that, they become
I am.
Stupid.
I'm serious. I'm watching. I'm watching you and eating popcorn. I'm watching you.
You GTFO. Thomas can stay. He's a good boy.
I'm gonna call sodomizer.
Call a sodomizer to take care of you. Jesus Christ. Lay Glazer says, I did use one of your songs for a video I did for my work channel on YouTube. Strike me, but got it sorted as I saw the post you guys did saying we can use the song so we can use your music and videos. Yes, you can.
If we had a website, I will put a blog explaining how to sort things out.
Yes, you
Silly
actually
baby.
can. And if you let us know, we can also let CD Baby know to unblock your video, because sometimes the video is blocked completely.
Yeah.
So because we distribute through CD Baby, you can send us um, a message asking for permission,
Yeah.
and give us the link of your block video or whatever video in question, and I will contact CD Baby and let them know that it's cool, it's fine.
Yeah.
I always buy a Season of Ghosts music. Thank you very much. And I know you do. I know you do. And we really appreciate you and people like you. SOG super fun for life.
Thank you very much, guys. Indeed.
I remember watching those films. Afterwards, a certain part of my body was extremely numb, but it was worth it. Oh, you mean the Lord of the Rings ones? Yeah, the extended version literally bring you to your knees. But
I was just getting started, guys. What numbness are you talking about?
But
Just
funnily,
bring it on.
But funnily enough, I didn't get tired. It literally keeps you there.
Yeah.
All three films are excellent.
It finished. I was like, oh.
It was. I mean, like.
It was like
Incredible.
Give me more.
I wish I could say the same about the Rings of Power, but that's another long conversation.
No, don't get me started. Don't get me started. They're gonna close me. They're gonna shut me down. They're gonna shut us down.
It's too much ASMR sometimes. Yeah, I cannot ASMR.
They're gonna shut us
Tell
down.
me about it, so yeah.
No.
You and me, Paul. We agree. You can pick your friends, but you're stuck with your family.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, I have grown to be a bit milder, a lot milder with my family, and I have come to appreciate what I have. Is that Skeletor mode? Why do you keep having seizures about different things? The sodomizers, now you're a Skeletor?
I just opened your family topic.
Yes, we are born with just one set of parents, sometimes two sets of parents. Okay? We are born with one set of parents, most of us. Some of us have two sets, like biological, adopted, depending on your situation. So I personally have learned to appreciate the people for what they are and just let go of the negative stuff and learn from the positive stuff. But most of all, I learned from the negative stuff. That's what I wanted to point out. And what I have learned is that if people mistreat you, and they will often mistreat you, and I can definitely attest to that, that it says a whole lot about them and nothing about you. So you simply need to learn to create boundaries if you don't have any in place.
We shall see you, boob.
Well, I never learned to have boundaries, so it was like a free buffet for everyone to come and use who I am and what I do, and just take everything they want and just go away. So I'm learning in this day and age, I'm learning to create boundaries for myself and to distance myself and to place myself in a different position based on how others behave. So I would not suggest anybody to cut ties with their family unless they are in physical danger or their family were, I don't know, they were victims of incest or like extreme stuff like that.
So incest.
Yes, it's a reality. It happens. It's a thing.
Fuck.
So I would not suggest that, but I would suggest modified contact or extreme modified contact, depending on a case-to-case basis. There is no blanket approach,
And do
obviously.
you have modified contact?
I do have modified contact
Such
because
as?
I do not live every day with my parents and my family. I am in England. I'm not in Greece, and I removed myself from the equation, and I'm trying to build my own business, and I'm doing my own stuff.
Bravo.
So
You hairy boob.
I'm a hairy boob.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'm not hairy.
Skeletor way is always
Ωραία
the
τον
way.
εγαμιόλο.
The scary.
Σας στέλνουμε πολλά φυλάκια. Not the rings of power. The rings of girl
No.
power.
The rings.
I have boundaries with my family. I choose what to tell them. I never open up or tell my brother or dad about who I'm dating. Narcs are dangerous. Well, as long as you have a healthy support system, you can control what kind of information you give to your family. But obviously,
What?
without any extra context, I would be very reserved to offer any more advice.
Yeah.
True Lord of the Rings kept you interested, but the British cinema back in the day were uncomfortable after 5 minutes.
Fuck.
4+ hours agony plus. What?
Wow.
Oh, sorry. There was no punctuation, so I read it in a completely wrong way. True, comma. Lord of the Rings kept you interested, but the British cinema back in the day were uncomfortable after 5 minutes. Why was that, Mark? Why after 5 minutes? Was it the plot, or was it
The
kind of
cinema
like
wasn't
they didn't
comfortable.
like the action?
The cinema
Ella,
wasn't
it
comfortable.
isn't that bad as long as you leave Lord of the Rings aside. See, that's the thing. If I leave it aside and I say, yeah, it's a generic fantasy thing, it's not that bad.
And this is what I said as well.
But they had to slap that thing, Lord of the Rings, on it. And I'm like,
Yeah, they had to touch Galadriel. They had to touch everybody else.
yeah, I mean, like, if it was like, if somebody told me, well, you know, this is not based on any of Tolkien's work, I would say, okay,
That's the point.
it's a work of fantasy, and I feel privileged
Inspired by.
I feel privileged and happy that I'm able to see high quality, the environments and all the special effects and stuff they use to recreate
Yeah.
all the locations and stuff.
I'm
But
super happy that it was shot here in England. You know, I thought, I want to see what they did. I want to go and visit, but why do you need to tell me it's Tolkien's work stuff?
But House of the Dragon is much better. Yes, I know, and although
Fuck
I
read it.
What?
I remember nothing because it's short.
What? What are
The
you
Tale of the Dragon.
What are you talking about?
Tolkien.
House of the Dragon. That's a prequel to Game of Thrones.
No, the story of the dragon of Tolkien I'm talking about.
No. Sally's talking about the prequel of Game of Thrones that just came out, and it's called House of the Dragon.
No, I'm talking Tolkien's.
And
there was a book. I don't remember the title.
And it has very good ratings and overall very great, very good reviews. And while I haven't watched either of them, I'm aware that people are bullying the Rings of Power because it has been outfunded even by She-Hulk, which objectively it has been. It's like people are saying that it's not. You know.
No, there is a story from Tolkien.
But anyway, I always appreciate the effort that people are making because some people made it happen, and obviously, I don't make films, so it's not like you can go and casually shit on somebody's work unless you are able to do something as well.
There is a story with Tolkien. Don't remember the title. I read many years ago. And it has it's with a Dragon Slayer. I don't remember what's very short. I read it in Italian, but I want to read it in English. I need to find it. What's the title? No, you have my mobile. Oh.
I have your mobile, yes. So the thing I dislike about new anime is that they keep on making everything depressingly cliche. Well, this is a sign of our times, and this is happening in music, and this is happening. Like for example, why did I stop listening to Visual K? Because everybody is a copy paste of everybody else,
Visual K is dead.
and this is why the genre died. And now there are just a few bands trying to keep it real, but
Oh,
yeah, it's not.
conscientious of the time, right?
Yeah, I'm conscious of the time.
Because
We
I
were
need
a
to
bit
do the
late
thing for my
starting
dad.
though. Uh,
Oh, but it's 9:30. It's 1 hour and
you
a half.
don't have to rely on depression. What?
It's 1.5 hours.
I know.
Do your thing.
You don't have to rely on depression to always make a great story. I like anime that are mostly mixed with a great positive outlook. Watch it and you'll see it's epic. Sell, my only objection with Game of Thrones was that I
No, it's too
heard
much sex.
that there was a lot of sex scenes and
Yeah. Yeah.
raw violence. I mind the raw violence, but what I mind the most is nudity and sex on TV. It really bothers
Yeah.
me, and um, I'm very quote unquote Japanese in this. I don't like I like things being implied and not just you know boobs and asses and stuff on screen. And while I'm not a prude, I find that it offends me, and I feel like a peeping tom looking into like I I don't know
I feel
it
uncomfortable as well.
I yeah, how about that? You're a man.
I don't like it. You know that
Yeah, but the guys don't know. I know.
I'm reserved.
So you prefer things being implied.
I mean, if it's a matter of a kiss, people kissing, romantic movies is okay. I never liked sex scenes in movies.
Only when you were a kid and watching 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I was a kid,
There was a gratis, free male bum, and also
Yeah,
no. The typical in the 80s and early 90s movies was a free male bum like Jean-Claude Van Damme,
but
Schwarzenegger, and free boobs.
yeah,
And for the women, it was the boobs.
but
Free boobs
because I like bodybuilding, I
and a
always
bonus.
liked men's chest, and I still do. I don't give a shit. I prefer men's breast than women.
Πού σε ρε γατόπουλε,
Fuck it.
φυλάκια πολλά.
The fuck I care about women's chest, breast.
Yeah, he freaks out with bodybuilders and stuff.
You see men. Oh, look at the boobs of that woman. If I see men's bodybuilders, that's a chest, not the woman's breast.
You appreciate bodybuilder figures.
Yes, definitely. I have the
Mm.
whole wall of He-Man behind me in the studio. Don't give a shit about women. So anyhow, in the movies, I don't feel comfortable with the sex scene. I'm always been more private, and that's why I don't like women. Even here on the street when they are half naked. Like, didn't your mom teach you how to dress? The point is undressing and showing yourself to your partner bit by bit in an intimate moment, not being naked directly. What's the point if I see you directly naked? I don't have nothing to unveil. It's like a rose, to take petal after petal. If I see you already naked, there is no fucking point. I'm not dating you. I don't give a shit.
See, that's why I keep tolerating this man. Because he has some traditional values, which I appreciate, even though he gets on my nerves 24/7. Even when you're asleep.
Piss off.
Even when you're asleep, you're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. So Mark says they were made uncomfortable. I assume that you mean the cinemas back then. Wooden with some ineffective padding, cheap and nasty, easy to replace.
Ha!
What?
I know about that.
About what?
This kind of even then in
cinema.
the 90s in Italy as well.
Why?
They were old style, old school. It was wooden with just the head.
But they were very nice. I mean, I remember going to see all three movies in the cinema with my friends. And
You have to look Victorian, Sophia.
we already had the village cinemas back then that were like proper new seats.
No, it was Victorian, and It was
Okay, they were the older ones, but even the older ones, I remember that they were okay, comfy,
it was
normal.
Victorian. I saw it. It had the
The
pillows.
velvet ones
Yeah,
with a wooden back. Okay,
yeah.
I was watching a lot of movies there. I'm very sorry, Mark. I guess watching a longer movie under those conditions, I don't blame you guys. Yeah, I'm very picky with visual kei. Yeah, I would rather listen to the old stuff now. I sound like a broken record.
But the Lord of the Rings came out in no, it was not in the 90s. We're talking about Lord of the Rings was already multiplex.
And
Yeah, no, no.
that's what Mark is saying. That
What?
there was wood and
No, no way.
or at least I assume that's what he said. Cell says it is true. I guess that there's lots of naked scenes, but in House of the Dragons they toned it down. Or did they? Well,
Toned it
actually, I
down.
might
Why?
I
There was
might give
pillow.
Game of Thrones a fucking chance now that it's over and it's
You
finished.
alone, because my colleagues told me that they hired real porn stars.
I see.
I'm
And
not.
that usually a man would be like, oh yeah, they hire real porn stars, so let's watch it.
I'm
And
not
he's like,
giving.
you're alone. I'm not watching it because they hire real porn stars.
I'm not giving a chance.
Okay. Even in Game of Thrones, they toned it down after a few seasons. Oh, really?
After a few seasons,
I have
it
no
means
idea.
you need. I need to tolerate it, and I'm not.
I see. Let's close our eyes like 5-year-olds. Oh my god, there are boobs on the screen. Let's close our eyes. So I still love Hyde, Royce, Jupiter, and Versailles Camijo. Don Camijo, my favorite. I'm a pervert, but a respectful one. Sex is the joining of two souls. It's a beautiful act. Grow up, guys. The No,
Thanks.
sex is not the joining
What
of
is
two
this
souls. Sex
shoving
is
your
just
opinion down my throat? Thanks.
what?
It's sex is yes, it's joining two souls, but
Mm,
I do not agree.
so probably we need to make a distinction of making love and having sex because sex
Yes.
can be like automated, casual,
Yeah.
and
A
more raw,
quickie.
I guess.
Yeah.
And while like making love probably is the joining of the two souls, sex
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Yeah. That's making
Grow
love.
up, guys. No, we have to be prudes online.
Yeah.
Putin Huilo, says Fatal. Even Fatal is
Oh my
online.
God, man! You know
Hello,
Putin.
hello, Ilya.
Putin.
The best keyboards around.
Yeah.
Online here in tonight's live stream. I mean, like literally everybody came. Incredible.
Putin.
Guys, I just have to say this on a live stream. I'm sending you my deepest sympathy to everyone in Russia because we know what's going on and we know that you're going through immeasurable amounts of stress and
Yeah.
literal hell. And while our thoughts and prayers amount to nothing and are not practically helping you, I wish we could help you in some sort of like practical way. Uh, but the only thing I wish you is like good luck and wise decisions. And we hope to see you face to face one time, one day in the near future. Just stay safe. You are on our minds. Um, I think about our friends like Fatal, Ilya, and like Infinite Constellations.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I'm just available for you if you need any sort of support, even if it's just a message.
Yeah.
So, Cell says not real porn stars, but one of them was dating Marilyn Manson. Oh wait, what was that? Rachel Wood, something. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, then she should have dated Marilyn Manson. I mean, he wasn't exactly poster boy for good behavior. Obviously, not to justify Marilyn Manson if indeed he did all that shit, But yeah, Evan Rachel Wood, that's her name. So there is two sides to one story. I don't know about the situation, but I hate people who lie about rape. Yeah. If he's guilty, I hope he gets charged. Fatal Finu song is awesome. In general, his songs are awesome,
Yeah,
guys.
he's good.
I wouldn't date a porn star. They're too dramatic.
Oh my god.
Not trustworthy to me. I got a call from a recruitment office today. Probably gonna be taken soon.
On a Sunday?
I see. Oh Jesus. Um, may God be on your side, my friend.
Yeah,
I have no words.
that's shit.
Um, what's your favorite Cheetos? I don't remember eating Cheetos
I don't even
since I
know what
wasn't.
Cheetos are.
El amore, the ones with the tiger,
I've never eaten
the
Cheetos.
patatine.
I never eaten Cheetos.
You know them. Anyway,
I don't.
I'm just aware of the classic flavor, and that's because I haven't eaten it since I was in elementary school.
I've never eaten Cheetos.
Okay.
Never seen that. I don't even know if they have them.
Hmm?
Not sure we have them.
Oh, maybe because in Italy you didn't have many non-Italian products back then, right?
Not sure we have some Carlo or those kind
Mm,
of things. You
mm.
know. The only foreign is Highlander.
What?
Highlander.
What do you mean Highlander?
It's something British.
Is that snack?
Chips.
Highlander. I don't know.
And then we had Pringles.
Okay, Pringles, but that was like a bit of a newer product.
Yeah.
It came like late 90s, or was that?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
And
was
that's
not
it.
allowed to eat too much junk food, so I'm not very aware.
We don't have all these things they have here, Walkers and Doritos
I see.
and the other ones that are famous.
I don't know.
They have super other famous,
For sure, I know that all of that stuff, it reminds me of children parties, and that's all great memories for me. So yay for that.
Mm.
So I'm conscious of time.
Yeah, I mean,
So uh, we will we will conclude in a minute, but I would love to
Mami.
answer if any of you had any
Mami.
question at all.
Puttana.
You are sitting on my glass of water, thanks.
Puttana. No.
And guys, once again, I would like to express our warmest wishes to all of you out
Yeah.
there who are facing this
Yeah.
terrible situation. Either you're in Russia or you're in Ukraine. Um, and like literally, I've been squeezing my brain to find anything at all that we can do to help all of those that we know personally, like Fatal, for example, or Infinite Constellations, that we know you guys personally. Um, and I literally couldn't find anything practical. Like, if you guys need work visas in Greece, I could definitely manage to arrange that for you, or provide shelter, definitely, as long as you could make it to another country.
Yeah.
In But apart from that, the only thing that we can offer is a very humble message of support to you, and you should know that we love you, and you're our friends, and yeah, that's it. May God be on your side.
Yeah. Good luck. Do you want to have your
Okay,
pony?
so while Vanilla, she sat on my
I'm gonna take it.
she put her ass on my glass. She stabbed me. Flameni. Uh,
Show your ponies.
my ponies.
Your ponies.
So I've been going through a phase. That's the last thing we're gonna say,
She's
and
copying me.
then we're going to. Mm, that's because of Primark. Primark, they manufacture some pajamas with My Little Pony. You know, the old kind of pony from the 80s, and I was like, that looks a lot like the pony I used to have. But that was not quite like it, but it was from the same line eventually. It was Starlight, while I had Windy, the unicorn with the rainbow hair. So I asked my mom to to find my pony, and she did. And then I went ahead and I bought a few more. So this is Windy. Not sure if you can see it. Yeah, I have a clip on her tail. This is my, I don't know how to, whatever. This is the pony, and she has the crown. That's from the Dream Castle, because apparently I went ahead and I bought also the Dream Castle. I never had toys as a kid. I had books. I had like 99.999% books and 0.000% one toys. So this was one of my very few toys. Windy. So I'm gonna post pictures of the Dream Castle and everything else I got. And this is Gusty. It's a very cute one. Another one I really liked from the series, My Little Pony and Friends. That's the one I used to watch. It was really good, and I managed to find very high quality DVD downloads because it was impossible to find for purchase anywhere. I did find the movie though. The movie I got it on DVD. The rest it was pirate download, sadly. So yeah, this is Gusty, and it's like purple glitter on his bum. It's really cute.
I mean, what fucks, okay?
What happened?
You fucked up.
What did I do?
You and technology.
What did I do?
You keep doing.
I need to read the messages.
You cannot read anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
I have nothing else to say. I just love ponies. So we got a few more, and he freaked out and he bought a few more because he got jealous, and he said, well, I need all those 50 ponies. So basically now I have more toys than I've ever had in my life. And I just have them there. Let's make the songs, guys. Yes, absolutely, Ilya. You are the absolute best, and we love working with you. I like bronies. Do you guys like Furbies? I actually found some at the local flea market. I remember Furbies, but they freaked me out, so I didn't buy. Plus, I was kind of old by then. Serious question before bed: ducks or geese? Both. I like both, but the geese are bigger, and they look more squishy, so maybe geese.
I don't like any.
I like everything
I don't like any.
as long as it's fluffy and it's cute.
I don't like any.
Ducks. Okay, so I would like to thank everyone who showed up today. Honestly, I didn't expect so many familiar faces to turn up. Thank you very, very much for watching. And also apologies again for screwing up the setup. And we made a mobile phone live instead of the usual camera one.
You didn't show my collection.
What collection? Of ponies. I just grabbed 2 from the shelf. We have another 20.
No, my collection of masters.
He-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you want to take the mobile and show people?
You can go.
No, I cannot. It's the end of the live stream. You woke up kind of late. Maybe we can do it next time if we set up a mobile live stream instead.
No.
We're sending you lots of love, guys. Stay safe wherever you are. Um, Hang in there, whatever you're going through. And if worst comes to worst, you know that we are always here, even if it doesn't make too much of a difference. Just a compassionate message from me. You can send me a message anytime. We'll see it and reply to you. So we will see you next time, and hopefully we will, with some live music. Sadly, we couldn't rehearse at all in the last couple of months, so we have not prepared anything for you. But hopefully, by the last next live stream, like in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a live version for you from the great unknown. And how do I stop the live from here? That's a
You
very good
cannot
question.
stop from here. You need to stop from
Ah,
there.
from there. Yep, I forgot. Okay, fine. So I'm probably going to look very stupid now. So thank you very much. Now I'm going to attempt to finish the live stream. Meanwhile, sending you lots of love and have a nice rest of the day or good night. From here.
See.
Okay. Let's hope that I can end it without smashing anything. Thank you, guys.